Welcome to Lesson 23 in our Level S vocabulary series. Today's lesson includes words that help you express precision, personality, and tone, especially useful for analytical reading, descriptive writing, and interpreting subtleties in language. Let's jump in and explore each word with helpful phrases and natural examples. We'll begin with ambiguous, and the anchor phrase is ambiguous answer. Something ambiguous has more than one possible meaning, which can make it confusing. An ambiguous answer might be unclear or open to interpretation. For example, her message was ambiguous, and I wasn't sure if she was joking, shows uncertainty. Or, the poem's meaning is intentionally ambiguous, suggesting the author wants readers to think deeper. Next is caricature, and the phrase is caricature of the president. A caricature is a cartoon-like image or description that exaggerates someone's features or personality, often to be funny or critical. A caricature of the president might emphasize facial features or habits. You might say, the comedian's impression was more caricature than reality, or political cartoons often rely on caricature to make a point. Now we have devious with the phrase, the devil's devious ways. Devious means dishonest or tricky, often used when someone tries to achieve something in a sneaky way. The devil's devious ways imply clever but evil behavior. You could say, he used a devious trick to win the game, meaning it wasn't fair. Or, her devious smile made me suspicious, suggesting hidden motives. Next is erroneous, and our phrase is erroneous answer. Erroneous simply means wrong or mistaken. An erroneous answer is one that isn't correct. You might hear, the article was filled with erroneous facts, meaning it was inaccurate. Or, he made the erroneous assumption that I was late, showing a false belief. Let's go to hamper, and the phrase is hamper the progress. To hamper something means to block or slow it down. If you hamper progress, you're preventing things from moving forward smoothly. You could say, heavy traffic hampered our arrival, meaning it delayed them. Or, lack of funding hampered the research project, showing how obstacles affected results. Next is insipid, and the phrase is insipid design. Insipid means dull, boring, or lacking in flavor, used for both food and ideas. An insipid design might be plain or uninspiring. For example, the soup was insipid and needed more seasoning, or the speech was so insipid, I almost fell asleep. Now let's look at nonchalance, with the phrase, nonchalant about his grades. Nonchalance is a calm and casual attitude, often to the point of seeming not to care. Being nonchalant about his grades might suggest a student isn't concerned even if the grades are poor. You might hear, he handled the bad news with surprising nonchalance, or, her nonchalance in stressful situations is impressive. Next up is profane, and our phrase is profane the name of God. To profane something means to treat it with disrespect, especially something sacred. If someone profanes the name of God, they're using it in a way that's offensive or irreverent. You might say, the vandalism was seen as a profane act, or he profaned the ceremony with his rude remarks. Now we have sage, and the phrase is consult the sage. A sage is a wise person, often older and full of experience. If you consult the sage, you're seeking wisdom or advice. You might say, the village sage offered guidance to the young, or she was a sage voice of reason during the debate. Finally, we have tranquility, and our phrase is tranquil waters. Tranquility means peace, calm, and quiet. Tranquil waters are still, undisturbed, and relaxing to look at. You could say, she enjoys the tranquility of nature, or the music brought a sense of tranquility to the room. That brings us to the end of Lesson 23. These words give you powerful tools to describe subtle meanings, tone, and intention, perfect for mastering the SAT and becoming a sharper communicator. Keep reviewing the phrases and use them in your own speech and writing. You're doing great! See you in Lesson 24.